Alright folks, but Genius Idiot, we are back playing Blacklist Conspiracy. To finish this off, Case 11, the Talent Agent. Well, that strange toy you found at the factory was concealing a video camera. I managed to extract the footage. It's a bit garbled, but see if you can make anything out. Sounds good. Agent, I compiled a report on the school that fake ID was issued from. Winters never attended it, but I know the girl Allison Graves went missing there just 3 months ago. Graves' parents reported her missing the week after she took a class trip to the Yabra offices. There must be a connection. You should check it out. That's not good. I just received a report on the handcuffs. According to the DNA found on them, the last person to wear them was Fiona Winters. Looks like Fiona Winters was merely playing the role of a captive in front of the other victims. With these, she could come and go as she pleased. But that doesn't sound like a privilege that would be given to someone held against her will. I think there's more to Fiona and the talent agent's relationship than we know. We should take a look at her room and see if we can find anything that will tell us what she's really up to. I agree. Let's examine. Interesting. She's not in handcuffs. Wonder if she's the talent agent. This video is of Agent Hanlon in her undercover persona. Timestamp shows the footage was shot 3 days before she called in the raid on the factory. But we learned from the victims that the talent agent shipped out 11 teens a day before the FBI raided. If Agent Hanlon was there, then why didn't she call a raid earlier to save them? We better have a talk with her and find out. Agent Hanlon, we need to ask about a discrepancy in your report. Discrepancy? What are you talking about? Well, we'll show you. Were you undercover in the factory for 3 days before you called in the raid? Agent, we have video footage of you at the factory 3 days before the raid. Why did you lie in your report about when you infiltrated the factory? More importantly, why didn't you call in the raid before those teens were shipped out? Alright, look, you're right. I was there, but my mission was to infiltrate and destroy the trafficking network. I wanted to free those teens right away, but would have tipped off the ringleaders. I had to make a tough call. Save those teens or stay in place and put the trafficking ring out of business permanently. Then why not just say that in your report? I didn't know who to trust. I was worried the trafficker might have an inside person at the FBI, especially considering what you told me about it being my own fault. I understand this job requires hard choices, but if we're going to crack this case, then you need to be upfront with us, even if you're not proud of your actions. You're right, I'm sorry. I'll let you know if I find out anything else. We know the talent agent was using the Abra website to identify and cultivate victims, so it's suspicious that Alan Graves went missing a week after visiting the company's headquarters. Could Fiona Winters have used her fake ID to infiltrate the school tour and recruit Graves for the talent agent? We should bring Marcus Tucker in and ask if he has ever met Fiona. Mr. Tucker, thank you for coming in. A student named Allison Graves disappeared from your offices following a school tour. We think she was another victim of the human trafficking ring. Yeah, I remember hearing she gone missing, but I'm not sure what this has to do with my company. She disappeared a week after her tour, not the day of. Well, that's true, but we just learned that someone associated with human trafficking ring was at your offices on the same day as Allison Graves. Did you know that Fiona Winters was at the Yabra offices the same day Allison Graves took a class tour? It seems that Mr. Tucker is not nearly as adept at lying as he is at coding. If a visitor has a Yabra account, your security system automatically matches their faces to pictures uploaded onto their account. Your system would have flagged Winters. Yes. Well, we knew she was here, but we never contacted the authorities. Why not? There are some concerns that the revelation of our practice of secretly matching the faces of people who visit our office to their social media accounts could be seen as an invasion of privacy. We eventually decided that reporting the missing person outweighed the risk to our IPO, but by then 2 days had passed, so we kept it to ourselves to avoid the bad press. Huh, so you sacrificed a girl's freedom for your IPO. If you were worried about shareholder confidence before, it'll be nothing compared to what happens when the story leaks. We'll be in touch. Yeah, you're in trouble. Agent, I had Aaron look into another missing teens in the area that cross-referenced them with schools and groups that toured the Yabra offices. In the past 9 months, 7 other teens went missing within weeks of touring different Yabra facilities across the West Coast. I want you to get back there and tear the place apart. Do whatever it takes to lead us to the talent agent. That seems like a good plan. I just talked with Fiona's parents, and they said that she went out for a quick walk over an hour ago and hasn't returned. They're starting to panic. Fiona may have disappeared in order to reunite with the talent agent. If we don't find her before she gets to him, they could set up operations somewhere else. We can't let that happen. See if you can find something that will help us pinpoint where she went. Alright, let's see what I can find. Torn note. That was easy enough. Raw CD set. Mug. Yearbook. That sounds new. Yearbook. There it is. It was new. There we go. Well, Fiona's high school yearbook. If she's on the run, maybe she told someone she knows where she's going. Let's get this back to the field office and see what her friends are. And a torn note. The paper's pretty faded. It must be fairly old. Let's put it back together so we can see what's written on it. Well, several of the talent agent's victims were missing after visiting the Yabra offices. It seems that the talent agent is using these facilities as a hunting ground. Take a look around and let me know if you find anything that can shed light on how the talent agent is picking their targets. Manila folder, maybe. Scroll arrow, stick remover, spray bottle, block, business cards. Nice. Good work, Agent. These are the most recent investor reports for Yabra. They haven't even been filed with the SEC. We should see ARAM if there's any irregularities. You also found a stack of Tucker's business cards. Leave it to a tech mobile to put QR codes on them. But I don't know if codes look the same. Let's take a closer look. I agree. Wow. Good work preparing this tornado agent. It's in Fiona's handwriting, but it looks like a bunch of quotes about her. It says, Fiona Winters is a creepy loser, and Fiona's family must be really poor. All her clothing looks like hand-me-downs from her grandfather. It's like Fiona was taking notes on all mean things she heard people say about her. Kids can be so cruel. Fiona clearly didn't have an easy time of it at school. Her anger and loneliness must have made her an ideal target for the talent agent. We're too late to save Fiona from what she'd become. But we can still save the other kids she's helped the talent agent harm. Yeah, she's a little too far gone. Nice. Well, good work finding that strange QR code. The other is just linked to the Yabra website, but this one's different. Let's scan it and see where it leads. Alright. Well, there's no notes from friends in Fiona's yearbook. I know she wasn't the most popular kid in school, but you think that someone other than her math teacher would write her a message. But this one is interesting. It appears that some community volunteers helped with the school play, and one of them was Tad Phillips, the actor who played here. He failed to mention the fact that he volunteered in the same trauma program our most famous victim happened to be in. I think we should have another talk with him. That's a little, suspicious. Agent, I scanned through the investor report, and at first the only thing unusual about it was how strong Yabra's performance was, but then I dug deeper. The majority of the revenue Yabra reported came from membership fees paid to unlock premium features of the site. When I looked at the premium users, I found something interesting. Over half the Yabra paying subscribers are actually company bots designed to test the functionality of the premium site. My best guess is that Yabra is laundering money from an outside source. I'm not sure where this mysterious revenue is coming from, but I'll keep looking into it and let you know what I learn. Interesting. This QR code linked back to a website for a new winery. Tucker doesn't seem the type to advertise someone else's business, so maybe he has a financial stake in this winery. A winery is an expensive venture to get off the ground. Lots of lead time to plant and harvest the grapes, age the wine. It would be a long time before Tucker saw a return on his investment. If Tucker sunk too much money in this venture, then maybe he aided the talent agent to build up some capital. Was this about my new web series? I swear I had no idea it was being used to prey on teens. There's something else we'd like to ask about, Mr. Phillips. Show him, Agent. The yearbook. Why didn't you tell us that you volunteered to help the school play at Fiona Winters High School? Look, I knew I should have told you, but I panicked. I was already suspecting your case because of the videos, and the fact that I had known one of the missing kids just made things look worse for me. 2 years ago, I helped direct the high school play. Fiona really wanted a part, but her talent was minimal at best. She was really angry about not being casted. Thinking back on that gave me this crazy paranoid thought. What if Fiona got me the part of Bahir to set me up? Whether or not Fiona framed you, you've cast yourself perfectly as her prime suspect. Don't go anywhere, Mr. Phillips. She did. That seems pretty clever. Well, bad news, Agent. I tried to bring Marcus back in for questioning, given what we found in his financial report, but he's nowhere to be found. I'm worried that he might be on the run. I had local police put out an APB on him, but so far nothing. However, the police did catch Miss Winters trying to leave town. She claimed she just wanted to get away from all the media. Well, she's going to have to come up with a better story than that if she wants us to believe that she wasn't working for the talent agent. Miss Winters, it seems like you're in a hurry to get out of town. Were you running from us, or to the talent agent? I don't know what you're talking about. I was trying to get away from the paparazzi. I'm the victim here. Well, let's cut to the chase. We know you're infiltrating Yabra tour groups to recruit new victims for the talent agent. Come clean now, we can help. It's your only chance. That's not true. I only went to the Yabra offices once to meet one of the talent agent's targets. The rest of the time I was in captivity. The talent agent used me to talk to his victims, try to get them to be more compliant. Sometimes when he found someone he wanted to recruit, he'd have me meet in the Yabra office. School trips were an easy way to bring people in. That's the contradiction. Were you at the Yabra offices once or several times? You can't keep your story straight. It's time to drop the act. We know you're working with the talent agent. Oh, but I'm only a scared high schooler. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and that's exactly what I'll say to any jury you put me in front of. When we have 23 other teens rescued in a raid factory that will say otherwise, the only way you're going to get a deal is if you tell us who the talent agent is. Fine. It stopped being fun a long time ago anyways. Marcus promised me that we'd travel the world, but he was always too paranoid about letting the operations go unattended. So the talent agent is Marcus Tucker? That's right. I met him online. He was running such an obvious scam, always pressuring me to meet up, but I wanted to go. I hated living at home, and he was my way out. I wanted to show him I could help him, so before I left, I made up Bahir. I told him what I did, how he could make his operation better. He arranged me to make the propaganda videos, and I knew the perfect actor to play Bahir. It was shocking how easy it was to manipulate people once you sold them on a holy war. Things were good at first, but Marcus was always working at Yabra. He never took me anywhere like he promised he would. I just stayed inside and made sure our product was okay. There's still 11 people in Marcus's possession. Can you tell us anything that can help us find them? Kept talking about moving our operation to a new facility out in the countryside, but he wouldn't tell me where it was. It could be there. Thank you for finally telling us the truth, Miss Winters. If you'd like to use your one phone call now, make sure you tell your parents you're going to need a very good lawyer. Alright guys, I will see you guys in the next part. This has been Pitching Against 88. Over and out.